welcome to the season finale of Who That 242. It's episode 10 already. I'm happy to have you guys here and here at beautiful Baha Mar with my homie DJ Ignite.
What's up, Jimmy?
So on Who That, you like to figure out why, who, what, when, how. So Ignite, tell me about that name.
Ignite came from my good friend Jason. I played soccer with this guy in high school, Jason Bastian. Shout out to him. I think he went to FAU. Correct me if I'm wrong, or FIU, but he's a good friend. And it's all due to speed. And then we needed something that was marketable.
Use a spark.
Yeah, spark. You know, and I led the team, and he was much faster than I was, but I had a different spark to me. But that's it for Jason. You know, he created the name, and we needed something that was marketable. You know, you have to have a good name. You can't just pick.
And I like the logo. I like the logo, the eye. You know,
yes,
that's recognized.
The branding is everywhere, all the time, and it's all done by Ivar L.
And he's actually the second guest in this episode, so you can have that name a few more times. So, DJ, talk to me about how you got into art. Most people who like music, they chase the instruments, they chase the focus. Right. You went at a different angle. You love music, but you went as being a disc jockey. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, the whole movement with that was I came back home from West Virginia, and I was like, man, you know, I wanted a way that music was displayed differently. Being exposed to so much for so many years, playing college soccer and coming back home, I wanted to display music differently. But I needed to do it my way, and have my image behind it, and then with that, create emotion. You see, it's all about emotion. If I cannot connect an emotion to that particular song,
you haven't done your job.
I haven't done my job. You go to a fete locally, or you go to a nightclub, you go with friends, you want to remember a moment that something spectacular happened with a particular song. So with me, I create emotions while you're partying, and you remember me, but you'll always remember the song, and I'm always attached to you personally.
So talk to me about your first gig when you came home.
First gig when I came home, at the Lake Fluid nightclub, that's way back. I mean, I didn't really have a gig. I wasn't on board, you know, and then eventually I got with Charlie, with DJ Payne knows, he got me on, and I had something different. I came back with the skinny leg jeans. People were not into that. It was
like this preppy guy.
It's more like the new boys type movement, you know, doing the jerk. And then eventually people were like, something unique. And I was full of tattoos. It was a different view to what people wanted. And then I was well spoken. And people were like, oh, that's a bit awkward. You shouldn't. Especially in Jolly's, because it has that mindset of you know, a type of club. It was rough. But and then I introduced some of the pop, and they were like, whoa, pop and Charlie's. But eventually they realized that people love music, regardless of regardless of the genre, the race, age. They like all genres of music. You see what I'm saying? So you can't stereotype pop to a certain crowd. So what I did was went into Charlie's and I broke pop into that club. It was played before, but the way it was played wasn't accepted. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Either you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. But eventually the crowd was like, he's different. And that's all I needed to be accepted with, is that he was different.
And talk to me about so you say Charlie's, and you was there for how long?
But 2 years. I left during my peak, but it was because it was time to move on. I realized that I was not going to grow being at the club anymore. So once I hit peak, it was time to find a new venture, which I went on to Albany Resort, where it was the biggest challenge I've ever had musically, because I had to learn something new, and I had to figure out a way to play it. That again, I created an emotion with the actual guys who were out partying, so that they always remember me, but they always remember where they were. Right.
So they're talking about that transition, because you go from Charlie's to, as we like to say, behind the gigs to Albany.
Yeah, it was rough. Like I said, it was really rough. It was the most difficult thing I've probably ever done, DJ-wise. But again, in order to expand your knowledge, you have to come out your comfort zone. You can't sit in your comfort zone and expect to be a great DJ competing amongst the other guys who are doing the same thing. So I needed to go somewhere where I can travel, be noticed, but also be challenged, and then that expanded it.
And so talk to me about your first gig there at Albany.
Oh, a scary one. I mean, again, every time you start off somewhere new, it's new people to
your nerves
are on you.
Expectations.
Enough music, expectations. You know, being quote unquote local is always a scary thing, but I think I'm shifting the factor that, you know, these local guys, local DJs, we got some heavy talent here in the Bahamas, and I'm paving the way because now I'm international, attached to a lot of good guys that are moving me on, you know, out of the Bahamas.
And just take me through your Albany career, because from your first gig to now your last gig, the most recent gig to Albany. Talk to me about the growth, and you as a person, you as a brand, you as the gigs you do, even the people you've worked with. Like you say, you're attached to some international folks. Talk to me about what those years at Albany, how much ever it was shaped the Ignite brand.
Those years at Albany, what it did was you develop a skill set, and then you go ahead and you try and figure out where you are socially, or what's your current situation. Let me use that word. A skill set, situation, then obviously last but not least is Rolodex. When I say Rolodex, who do you know? So I developed a skill set there at Albany Resort. then I had to figure out what is my situation. And once I figured out my situation, I could keep it as it was now as DJ iGnite locally, or I can change it and move on. But I secured the situation there, did well with it, and then as I did that, I developed a Rolodex, which means I know Timmy, I know Ivar, just calling the local names, but I got to meet a lot of international names, but I proved the point to them. So therefore now I had the international reach, and my situation started to change itself. Because I developed the Rolodex. So as the situation changed, I got more experiences, and then I was able to develop a bigger skill set. So that's the three things I think you will always have to put together: skill set, your situation, and your Rolodex, and you'll go ahead and develop a great brand and a worldwide, worldwide reach.
So we had Baha Mar, because you know one of the DJs at Bond. So talk to me about that experience for you.
So Bond was just a called up, respect to all the managers at Bond. Definitely DJ Mayday, definitely Desmond, great lawyer. Sorry I had to say it out there. Great lawyer, and obviously, a great entrepreneur at Bond nightclub. And he said, you know what, come give it a shot. I came, gave it a shot, always prepared. Remember, once you're prepared and you meet the opportunity, you're going to have the success. But you always got to be prepared for when the opportunity calls. You're not going to have time to, prep for it.
Yeah.
Be prepared already. Crush your opportunity, and then you'll have the success.
I know it's been a few months here. Talk to me about that experience for you as a brand, DJ iGnite.
At Bond.
At Bond.
Oh, big expansion. I mean, they display the DJs so well. They have big LED screens. They have great advertisement products with their own graphic designers attached to the SBE, South Beach Entertainment brand, and they love to advertise the DJs. Yes, I'm quote unquote called local, but the level I'm playing at is an international punch. So I'm hanging on there. When the bigger guys come in, I still open for them. But sometimes when I come to close, I give you a little bit of I'm here. I let you know I'm 242, I'm Bahamas, and I'm playing very well. And these guys are respecting it. But in turn, I create good friendships, and they're actually taking me away. They're like, yo, this guy can play. Even though, quote unquote, people say, oh, you're just opening. What I do opening for when an international guy comes in is practically scary for them. Because I can play. And then they respect that. And when I come back on, I still give you a big closing. So now I'm making good friendships. They're like, yo, you can play, come with us. And I'm getting a lot of piggyback jobs, which is really good.
So after this commercial break, we'll deep dive into more your experience, because I know you're balancing you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this full time. So after the commercial break, just stay tuned for more Who That 242. Mama, just kill me. Mama, life has just begun. But now I've gone and thrown it all away.
Who that what? Who that? Who that what? Who that what? Who that what? Who that? Who that what? Who that what? 28 what? Who that? Hold that what? Who that what? Free back what? Who that? Whoa, slim way. Whoa.
So you're still here at the season finale of Who That 242 season 1. You're here with my friend DJ iGnite. So Brandon, talk to me how important it is in this day and age, especially when you work on your own, you work for yourself. You are your business. Talk to me about the importance of branding and why you chose who you chose to brand your image.
It's because I have their own visuals, I have them in my head, and again, you try everything yourself. I tried to do it myself. I was like, you know what? I don't have the time between music and becoming a graphic designer. Paid some guys in the US to do some stuff because you're like, it's better. Just stereotype it in. I'm like, this is not gonna work. I'm out of reach. I'm only with an email reach. I need to find someone who's that good here that could go ahead and make this whole thing happen. And I connected with Ivar L media, and we just crossed paths at a party. I played at his event. He actually is a promoter, part-time, but actually full-time graphic designer. Able to connect with him, and he rebranded the whole that was friendly for kids and also acceptable in an adult environment.
So that's your brand. How long have you been fully just doing this? I know you also had a full job at the time. Talk to me about doing this full time.
But it's a crazy balance. But it's all about scheduling. Great scheduling, great discipline. If you're not disciplined, you're gonna fail at this, because I do a lot of homework. A lot of guys are like, how do you have remixes? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you know so many DJs? Because it's a time that you put in behind the scene, that people don't say. Like I tell them, work hard behind the scene, and people would pay to see you in public. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you have to do.
Have you found the transition to fully focusing on your brand difficult, especially in this market? Because we like to say it's hard to work for yourself in the Bahamas.
yes, it's very difficult, but again, you have to be unique. If you're not unique, then
if you're a copycat in this microwave area, you
just amongst the masses. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we're getting rained on.
yeah, I mean that's God's blessings on us, you know.
But yeah, in this market, you have to be different and unique, and people will book it. It's not so much about pricing; it's the whole fact that people will pay for what they want. Don't budge because you're like, oh, well, someone is coming in lower. If that other person is coming in at a lower rate, you know, sure, I appreciate it. Thanks for reaching out to me.
But my price is my price.
Yeah, exactly. That's my worth. You know your worth, know your value.
So I always of the belief that it's a DJ's job to break music. So we have a lot of upcoming Bahamian music scene in the country. How do you feel about? Do you feel entitled that you as a DJ, because you impact so much people, that you have a duty to, if the music is good,
yes,
do you have a duty to play this good music for people? Do you feel that entitlement as a DJ?
Like you said, if the music's good, I'll play it. You know, a lot of guys have a false representation of how good their song is, or how well they're doing, because they tell their friends, you must share this, you must post that. Now let's get honest opinions here. Let your friends tell you that, hey, is it a really good song? I'm actually clicking retweet. I'm actually clicking like. Not sitting behind the computer and clicking retweet and like it, but that's so bad. You know what I mean? No.
That's hurtful. I think it's hurtful because you think you have all these fans, and real actuality you don't.
Thousands of plays and this and that, but in reality, guys are like, all right, retweet, I'll pay you. That's a
because I know you.
Because that's my friend.
Yeah.
When I see you in public, oh, that song's so good.
Yeah.
When the other way and close.
When the artist actually needs you to come pay for the show, you're not there.
Right. And like I said, when I was coming in as a DJ, guys are like, yo, that was not good. You know, I had the right DJs in front of me, and I didn't want to be like, oh, you saw this, you saw that. You keep encouraging. No, don't encourage me through, false, through a false statement. No, don't do that. Tell me the truth. Tell me what's wrong. Even to this day, right now, after I leave the nightclub, I leave Bond, I leave all the different places, I speak to the staff. Staff is major key. I'm like, yo, was it good? Like, what could I change? Like, oh, you're so great. I'm like, no, tell me what was wrong. And I make them dig and think. And if you have to dig and think, I'm doing something really good, but it's something wrong. And they say, oh, you missed the transition here. I'm gonna actually go back and look and do my homework. I realize what they're talking about. It's not sometime a transition, but maybe you could have played the song in a different slot. And so you have to listen to the negative. Accept it. People tell the truth. Trust me. You know, just ask them the honest opinion. Don't get a false retweet, a false like. Oh, your song's so good. Oh, your set was so good last night. You know, send me a private message if you don't want to tell me, publicly. Let me know what's going on that I can improve on, because it only makes
you
the
better.
brand better.
So, Albany Bond, PJ to all these things. What gets you up every morning to motivate you? Because some people look at you like, but iGnite made it, like he's doing well for himself, like he has reached his peak or whatever. That's the way. What fuels the fire in your belly to go and push forward? Because like just like now, you people tell you that you were great. Most people take that and be like, okay, I was good. Though you actually make them tell you what went wrong. You make them dig deep. Most people don't do that. So where does that come from? That yearning to always be great and great.
The burn is that someone else is always out there better than you. You're never gonna be the greatest. There's so many valued opinions through media, through just your friends. They call out other DJs again. They may say, oh, iGnite, yeah, you'll get it. And then tomorrow they turn around and say, oh man, I prefer DJ XYZ, just figuratively speaking. But there's always someone better. So my drive is that there's always someone better. So there's always room to improve. And again, if you're coming to a nightclub or party, wherever the case may be, whereas you have me there because I'm going to provide you the best set of music, I need to be better the next time around and better and to keep improving. But the real burn is that I know someone's better, so I need to catch that someone else. But they can be 20 years older than me, or they can be 20 years younger than I am. There's always someone better. And until DJs realize that and keep pushing, they're not going to improve. They're not going to have a burn to wake up the next morning. There's always someone better. So it's never a complacency.
Even when you at the top, there's someone trying to come after you and they watching you and they can see him, because it's easier to see mistakes with the one, because they say, oh, he did that wrong, and they
will develop. They sit home. These guys pay attention. They may not publicly come to me and say it, because it's just with our culture. They're like, oh, I'm not, he's in the same field as me. I'm not going to give him too much credit. A lot of guys shout me out privately, but publicly they will not
refuse
do it.
to.
And that's fine. Like they say, you're embarrassed publicly and then you're hugged for and rewarded privately, and that's fine by me. But the whole point is, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm not going to stop because what I'm quote unquote call at the peak.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
somebody else better. There are guys on tour all over the world. There are people calling out bigger names to come provide music. But coming from a little 21/7, and I'm being called in the US now, it is huge. But I'm still not at the top.
Right.
It's great reward. I see it. Couple articles, pat on the back. I made who that now. It's like next step. Let's go again. You know, it's no stop. It's not too much celebration.
Agreed.
Yeah, let me have a good bite to eat.
Yeah. And that's
On to
not.
the next one. I'm back home. I'm back at it.
So before we get on to Ivar, who you've mentioned a lot of times in this interview, let the people know where they can find you, if they want to book you, if they want to see your set, your show list, because shout out to Ivar, he always has your set list looking right. So tell the people where they can find you.
Yes, all social media platforms at The Real DJ Ignite, TheReal DJ Ignite. Every social media platform is that. And also, if you don't want to do it that way, simply my website, www.therealdjignite.com. You can find bookings. You got to book me. I got to say this first. Yeah, bookings are there. All my mixtapes are there. iTunes, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Everything is uniform, trademark at The Real DJ Ignite.
I know at the time, but I forgot one thing. You're at the beat now.
Yes.
And talk to me about that.
Yeah, speaking of the beat, thanks DJ Payne, thanks to the senior guys there, Verizon Media Group, awesome stuff. Appreciate bringing me on board. Radio was not something I was gonna do, but I was like, you know what? I needed a platform that has multimedia production. I can go into 105 The Beat and basically be live on social media, be live on television, be live on radio. So you jump out of your car from listening to me, you go into your house. I'm on your TV. You can see me live. You can do what you gotta do. You leave your TV, you go to your phone. Oh, he's there again.
Yeah.
And afterward, 105, you're gonna be throwing some big events. So out of those three, by the time you leave your house, you leave your car, you leave your phone, you walk right to the event of 105, 3 to 2.
Nice.
That's what we're gonna do.
So we got
Reach.
Ivar L next, promoter, feather, drone. I mean, it's too much things. So stay tuned for more Who That 242.
Kujia. We are the iconic sock brand company of the Bahamas, telling the historic and beautiful story of our country through uniquely designed pieces. We partner with private sectors to educate our followers about the cultural, environmental, and historical facts of this great Bahama land. Join us today. Kujia. Walk with confidence.
So we're here with the last guest of season 1 of Who That 242. This is still a season finale, episode 10. You hear us in a couple times, Ivar L. I don't know, we just been to a party last night, this carnival season. Ivar, talk to me about, because I started seeing social media, like, you just start about them everywhere. Every flyer, every video. Talk to me about this brand, Ivar L. How you got started in this? Because I know what to call you, promoter, graphic design. I know you for so much different hats.
Yeah, man. Basically, like, this all started in high school, basically. We started doing events with my good friend Dante. And from there, just elevated. I started doing graphics, videos. I always wanted to do videos. I just had a love for movies. And I went to after coming out of high school, I took 2 years break. And on the 2 years break, I really took the time out to learn my craft and put my skills to use. And I learned a lot in that time. And I ended up going off to school for a semester. It didn't work out I wanted to work out, but while I was there, surprisingly I knew everything they was teaching me. So I was like, hold on now, what's up here?
I didn't notice this is right in my back pocket. I already have this skill already.
I'm like, bro, I'm just going to class. I'm like, okay, I can do this in 5 minutes. I'm chilling, wait the last 5 minutes and knock it out, that's that.
Yeah.
But after that, I came home last year, that's 2017, I came home and I started everything, really branding. And everything was picked off from there. Everything went up. We started getting the right jobs, got into the right people, connections, and that was about it.
I first met you as a Junkanoo man, so I know from that. I already know you have the heart. Your heart and soul is a Bahamian. So I know that from the jump. So I know everything you do from that is for the flag. So talk to me about the transition from being a Junkanoo man to a Carnival man. Talk to me about that passion. And like me being someone who loves Bahamian culture, I know that's a driving force.
Oh yeah, like it gets you up every morning. Trust me, like Junkanoo is very serious. Listen to me. That when the music kick off, that's some serious hypeness. It's amazing what we have going on here in the country in terms of our culture with Junkanoo and Carnival together. People make big noise about it, but trust me, it's all fun and good. Junkanoo is more tribal. You understand? Like it'll separate people but bring them together. Carnival, it brings everybody together. We're having a great time partying, no problems at all. You understand? Junkanoo is something.
And I want to let people know we can have all two.
You understand?
Jamaica have reggae and carnival. It's perfect. You can have both.
It's awesome.
Almost every country in the world has a carnival. So why else so anti for us to having? Now I did think it shouldn't have been named Junkanoo Carnival.
Yep,
I'm happy now it's being called Bahamas Carnival because it's something different and this our generation younger. Like me, I love Junkanoo, but I love to shoot it and watch it. I'll never go rush. I'll never go in the costume. But I always on the road.
I gotta get you in costume.
That's a mission. That's a
mission. You got it. So, yeah, man, that's basically about it. And the events, like it really shows what we have here to offer in the Bahamas in terms of event production and promotion and all of that good stuff. It's been awesome, right? With the 3 or 4 carnival seasons that we had so far. It's amazing.
So when someone comes to Ivar L, they could get the graphics, they could get the event promotion, they could get the drawing, they get the video. How did you on purpose try to be a all self-serving, have all the services, or did that come just naturally from your gifts?
It just came naturally, thank God. You know, like I said, when we started doing events, and from the name got out there a long time ago, being involved with so many things, like you said with Junkanoo, people just got the name attached to them. So from you come to me and I say, listen, I can do this, that, drone service, videography, whatever you need, we can make it happen all in one place. You don't have to go elsewhere. And it's a good deal because everything is uniform and you're looking awesome. You know?
If someone put a gun to your head right now and say, you have to choose graphics, drone work, video, through events.
That's the rough one.
Someone say you have to focus on one. Like you can no longer do everything.
I can no longer do everything. I think I should do graphic design.
And I actually, because that's what I knew you for first, your graphics.
You know, like the graphic design, what really keeps me going is the fact that the finished product, you know, someone comes to you and they're panicking. And I love it when they come to me and they're panicking, like, bro, I need this done. Can you help me out? And I'm like, no problem, let's get it happen. Let's get it done. And once they get that finished product and they're tripping, they're like, wow, this is awesome. You know? And I'm like, bro, that's what gives you a smile and that keeps me going. So I love it.
So you said, and I got back to your point, we can help both Junkanoo and Carnival. Talk to me about how easy it was for you, dog, because you're actually on the road, you're in the rush, but you're also the media person for the groups you're a part of. How hard is that for you, where you have to do the accents videos, also that you have to pitch your costume, you have to also the rush? Talk to me about that, because that's a unique experience that people can talk about.
In terms of Junkanoo, throughout the season, we have to do in terms of PR for the group, along with Kenny and Camp Mars.
Shout out to Kenny.
Yeah,
my good Catholic friend.
You understand? And you know, we do some good work throughout the season, so that we just do our stuff ahead of time. So when the parade time comes, you could
lock in.
You know, and that's about it. And then in terms of Carnival, because you're so involved in it, you already know what to capture. So that's the main thing. I love the fact that, you know, I was in it for so long, and from you go out on the road, you say, okay, this is what people like to see. This is what I need to get video-wise, and that's basically it.
Events, talk to me about that. Do you turn off, do you not throw any events during carnival season? Like, do you plan your events, like, okay, like during carnival season, which is, I guess, January to May, do you not throw your own personal event? No, so you,
much going on.
Yeah.
I'd rather like the summer, maybe the Christmas.
So basically you have, so let's take you to Ivar's calendar. You have January and May carnival. So you have June to August, you have your events, and then September, December, you have Junkanoo. Well, yeah, you buck solid.
It's rough. It's rough. Plenty of people say, how do you do it? You know, like he said, we just came from a fete this morning. Got on 5 o'clock, I had to be up. Trust me, sometimes you lose plenty sleep, but you know, it's fun.
It's for the love of it.
It's amazing. So I don't panic at all.
Do you get the urge during carnival season now? You might see an event you want to throw, and do you have to fight with yourself? Like, I know I'm busy, but I want to throw an event. Do you?
I know a lot of the big guys inside, and who was the promoters and these event hosts. I wouldn't dare. You know, the dates and timing never line up.
Yeah.
In terms of making it happen, and you have like a lot of college kids, like they're off to school right now. So the crowd I'm trying to get, they're not here. So that's not gonna work for me. When the summer comes, oh man, it's a movie.
So after this commercial break, I'll deep dive more into Ivar Brandon, like we had that earlier, and talk about Brandon, him, how he approaches Brandon, and much more, and who that 242. We had the last segment of the show. You can see me for a couple of months, but we could be right here with Ivar L. This season of Huda 242. And Ivar spoke about, indirectly, he spoke about knowing your lane. He knows that for him, January, May is Carnival, and he has his own events in the summer, then Junkanoo. How important it is in today's society and in our business to know your lane.
It's very important because, like, sometimes you can overstep your boundaries and you can cost yourself big because your name is all that you have. So if you were to step out of your boundaries, you did something, you know it's not going to work. Once something goes wrong, that's it.
You only have your name. Like his brand's his actual name. My brand's my name. So you can't fool with that. You can't fool with that.
That's very important here in today's society. It's rough, and I wish more people would understand that, and plenty more people could, It's a lot of things here for everybody to do. It's just the fact that you just stay in your lane. Don't try to go and do something else that you see someone else doing.
I ain't never tried to fly a drone. That's Ivar thing. You don't get to see Ivar trying to host more trees because he knows his.
I didn't know, like, bro, I can't do that. That's a bit too much.
Like I tried to draw an event. It was one event that stressed me out. But this man been doing this since he's in high school. So you have, and I always tell people, Timmy, why you don't do this? You know enough people to show event, but that just ain't my speed.
Thank you very much.
So you have to know your lane.
You got it. And once you do that, trust me, everything is gonna work out fine.
It lines up.
And that's all it is.
So take me into branding. So like I said, you have the rare opportunity when you brand somebody, you're able to take their pictures, you're able to do their logo, you're able to do their graphics, you're able to do their videos, you're able to do their commercials. So you're approaching branding from a rare point. If you talk to me about iGnite, when you're linked, you say you met you DJ that he DJ when you're parties. Yeah.
And after that, it was pretty much it. Ignite really hit me up on Twitter one time. He saw some graphics I did. He was like, "Oh, Ivar L did some good graphics. Keep it up." And then after that, I hired him for the event, and we started talking after that, and everything just came from there. So we sat down and we said, "Hey, what do you want to do? We want to go to the next level." So we said, "Okay, we need to transform this art." That was the first thing. We said, "Okay, let's make this more, lively, more fun." And from we did that, everything just went up. That's basically it. In terms of everything that you see, it's uniform now, from his calendars, his flyers, his mixtape covers, everything is done by me. And you take a look at it, you say, wow, this is awesome.
And I like what this uniform, it lines up. So who you can talk about? Talk to me about any other clients that you can talk about if you can.
In terms of branding?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a wild ride. Like, I just really went blank just now. But
it's that much.
So many over the past year, and I've just really started last year, but thanks to God, it's really good. Like, I'm so blank just now. You gave me that
it's too much. I mean, that's like you actually the name everyone who interviewed the last 5 years.
Yeah,
I can't tell you, but it's worth the try.
Yeah, it's worth the try.
But so Brandon, like you said, he came to you. Was there something you set out to do just to protect? Because maybe doing events, you want brand the event, but did you ever really think, let me start branding people? Was that something that came to you, or you started because people approached you?
I started because people approached me, and then I said, hey, this is pretty awesome, because at the end of the day, people are like, who's doing these things? And then you get the kickback.
Word them out.
That's pretty much what I like about it as well. But to see the finished product, as I mentioned earlier, it's really breathtaking, because to see something grow from what it was, that gives you another breath to say, okay, let's make it happen. Keep doing it.
So I asked that earlier as a DJ. How does he feel entitled to break new music? You as in media, do you feel entitled that you have a duty? Because I do. Do you feel like you have a duty to show off how beautiful the country is from your graphics, your drone footage?
Oh yeah. In terms of the visuals that I love doing, anything that's local, in terms of like beaches. Anything that we have to offer here in the country, I mean, they're some of the best visuals I love doing, You can check out the Bahamas Carnival that we shot last year. It was amazing, Just seeing our culture alone, in terms of Junkanoo, everything that goes on, whether it's rake and scrape bands, like the rhythm band, did some branding for them. And to see these things come to fruition, it's amazing, And I love that, especially with our culture. Our culture is very unique. I just think that we just have to put a little twist on it, and we can get it into a worldwide market in terms of our being in music and stuff.
So summer is coming. Can you let us anything you have cooking yet, or you finish up this carnival season?
Well, the carnival season is the main thing. Once I get out of the way, trust me, everything is coming. That's about it. Right now, it's all about evolving and keeping your brand going, as we mentioned, and that's a very key. That's a big key when it comes to business. You can't just stay stagnant stagnating at one level. You have to keep moving every day. So it's always something coming.
And before I let you get here, let people know how, as a young entrepreneur, how does it feel like? Do you face any challenges, or does the passion outweigh the challenges you probably face?
Like when you first start out, it's rough, mind you. It's rough. It's not all bed of roses. It's really rough. Like, I was going through a time of depression when I first started, because I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was just gonna work out, and I said, listen, let's make it happen. Ignite, a good friend of mine. He said, bro, pick your head up, let's make it happen. From there, everything just skyrocketed. It's been a rough ride, but I love it. It keeps me going to know that, bro, you came from this far. Don't stop now. I didn't bring you this far to leave you.
Exactly.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And plenty of people talking, you must be doing something.
Exactly.
They made a hoorah.
Yeah.
You must be doing something good,
So let people know where they can find you if they want to book you, if they want to get some drone footage, graphics, if they want to show you want to show them a body, just let people know they can find you.
Well, you can find me on my website at ivarl.com or on Instagram, Facebook at @IAM_Ivar. There you have it. I'm always there. I'll answer right away. I don't sleep. So
You don't see you always up.
So that's about it.
We reached the end of the road. Season 1 is finished. It's episode 10. Thank you for watching for 10 episodes. Stay tuned to my social media. Tim A. You can find me anywhere for when season 2 come in. Shout out to Ignite, Ivar, my season finale. And this is Tim A. Who that 242.